The hum of an old radio filled our garage, a Sunday ritual in the quiet Willow Grove neighborhood. My grandfather, Henry Mason, a 78-year-old retired aerospace engineer, was always tinkering with gadgets, his hands steady despite his age. His stories of aviation law and his days at a major defense contractor fascinated me. Nathan Reed, a 32-year-old ex-law student scraping by as a mechanic. I thought I knew everything about Henry, but that day, our calm suburbia cracked open, revealing a conspiracy that would shake my world. It began with a crash, not a car, but Henry collapsing against metal shelves in the garage. My heart froze as I ran from the kitchen, coffee forgotten. "Henry!" I yelled, finding him on the floor, clutching his chest, his face ashen. Scattered blueprints and manuals hinted at secrets beyond his hobby. "Can't breathe," he rasped, his eyes flickering with fear or recognition. My hands shook as I dialed 911, my brief firefighter training useless. The dispatcher promised a medical helicopter in 12 minutes, critical for Henry's heart condition. Those minutes dragged as I held his hand, his grip weak. In a lucid moment, he whispered, "Nathan, that radio, it's more than it seems. They're watching." Before I could question him, rotor blades thundered overhead. Captain Luke Carter's medical helicopter appeared, a beacon of hope. I rushed to the backyard, waving a bright towel to guide them. Then, like a scene from a fever dream, Margaret Wells, the 58-year-old HOA president, stormed across my lawn, pistol drawn, screaming, "This is private airspace. You need 72-hour clearance." Luke's loudspeaker cited federal emergency laws, but Margaret was rabid. She fired a warning shot, then aimed at the rotor. The bullet grazed the blades, forcing Luke to pull back, the chopper vanishing as Henry faded. A small object fell from his pocket, a USB drive, glinting briefly in the grass. Rage overtook my fear. "Are you crazy?" I shouted, but Margaret scribbled a $500 fine for unauthorized aircraft and sauntered off, smug. I loaded Henry into my truck, speeding to the hospital, his breathing shallow. He mumbled, "The radio connects to something they'd kill for." "That USB isn't mine, Nathan." At the ER, doctors said he needed surgery within 48 hours or he'd die. In the waiting room, I researched aviation law, discovering Margaret's actions were a federal felony, punishable by 10 years. Back home, I found a yellow notice on the garage, sealed with fake city seals, claiming it violated HOA rules. 2 years ago, I'd lost an HOA lawsuit, drowning in $15,000 debt. This time, Margaret had crossed a line. I scoured the backyard for the USB, finding it warm, as if recently used. Plugged in, it showed military-grade encryption, files tagged, Operation Willow Grove, and recent GPS coordinates. My phone rung an unknown number. A distorted voice warned, "Stop poking into GPS tech, or Henry's gone." The call ended abruptly. The USB bore a label, property of Vertex Defense Systems. This was no accident. The hospital called at dawn. Henry's condition was critical. Driving back, I burned with anger at Margaret's interference. At home, a new notice demanded $1,200 for the garage, built in 1987, predating the HOA. Federal law confirmed Margaret's felony. Title 49, obstructing emergency aircraft. Henry's radio crackled, picking up an old military frequency. Using my college radio license, I decoded it. Target confirmed. GPS asset in basement. Plan A, HOA harassment. Plan B, medical crisis. The coordinates matched our house. This was a setup. Visiting Henry, I confronted him. Weak but alert, he whispered, "This could kill us." In 1987, he'd helped develop GPS Generation 3, pinpointing locations within centimeters, vital for drones, navigation, and weapons. Vertex Defense stole it through legal tricks and threats. 3 co-inventors died in accidents, a crash, a fire, a suicide. Our neighbor, Paul Kendrick, was Vertex's operative, posing as a tech consultant. Margaret was his enforcer, paid to torment us until Henry sold his patent. The radio intercepted Vertex's encrypted messages. The USB, Paul's, held evidence of a national scheme targeting inventors. Paul upped the ante, posting deepfake videos showing me threatening Margaret with a wrench. They spread fast, branding me a thug. I fought back on TikTok, exposing the fake's flawed lighting and metadata, my law school skills shining. My video hit 200,000 views, flipping the narrative. Then, Clara Bennett, a retired journalist nearby, revealed Margaret's HOA was a fraud. Its papers expired years ago. She'd recorded Margaret plotting Henry's hospital isolation. Another call came. Stop posting, or Henry's surgery fails. They plan murder. Henry discharged himself, leading me to the basement. Under a tarp was a military-grade communication hub screens, decryptors, cameras. For 18 months, he'd tracked Vertex's plans, documenting conspiracy and murder. He'd hidden patent copies with universities, set to go public if he died. As we spoke, Margaret's voice boomed upstairs in emergency HOA inspection for illegal radios. Henry activated a ghost mode, disguising the setup. My phone pinged with a fake FBI email from federal.response@fbi.gov.us, demanding a hospital meeting. Henry's screen showed Paul drafting it. I met the agents in the hospital garage, recording with Henry's device. Their badges were wrong, their questions fixated on GPS patents. One's phone showed a chat with Paul, discussing target extraction. They planned our deaths during Henry's surgery. Back home, Margaret red-tagged our house for fire hazards. But Luke had contacted real FBI cybercrime agents. Agent Emily Park revealed Vertex was part of a global patent theft ring, using fake HOAs and staged accidents. Henry's evidence was their jackpot. At 2:15 a.m., Henry's sensors triggered. Margaret led 5 operatives into our backyard with surgical gear for a staged heart attack. Henry's livestream broadcast to millions on TikTok, YouTube, and X. Margaret, gun drawn, demanded patent files, unaware of the audience. She fired at me. An FBI-issued vest saved me. Henry disrupted GPS signals for miles, proving his tech's power to 2 million viewers. FBI helicopters descended, arresting Margaret and Paul as the stream soared. Raids on Margaret's house uncovered a command center targeting 47 families. Trials exposed Vertex's own-era Chinese military contractor stealing patents for missile guidance. Margaret got 25 years, Paul, 18. Henry donated his patent to the public, launching a foundation for emergency GPS tech. I joined Boeing as a security consultant. Clara's book on HOA scams sparked reform. Margaret, mocked as Airspace Karen in prison, became a symbol of overreach. One bullet aimed at a helicopter toppled a criminal empire, proving truth triumphs over tyranny.